Here, we got an Oldsmobile 88. This is a 93 Olds 88. Alright. Had a problem getting the hood open, so the guys here, so you pull it, but they helped me get that. So it's a mess under this hood. But what we're looking for is what's up here. When you first look, you don't see it. But right there, Maxi Fuse Relay Center. Pull that puppy off. And look at what we have. Nice fuse relay box. Missing 2 relays, so the car probably didn't have as many options as the other. There we go. 5, 6, 7. Alright. Yeah. So we got all kinds of goodies here. I'm going to get to taking it out. You pull it yard. So, one of the things I grabbed, it's probably better to buy new online, yeah, LED and stuff, but under the hood light, this is on a 1993 Olds 88. So I'll show you why I got that in a minute. So also while I was there, they had like an 82 Chevy. Unfortunately, somebody took the front gearbox, which I needed. It was 2-wheel drive. It obviously had a hydraulic clutch set up. The pedals were gone and everything. So I nabbed this. $7. I looked at the cap, unscrewed. It's in great shape. Good to have. All right, next. Hood release. I broke my actual whole handle front off, so this was nice. $7. Alright, now I'm going to be putting off-road lights. I'm putting 4 of them right here. We're putting 5 of them up off the roll bar. And up on ck5.com, up in the forums, I posted about Junkyard relays and what packs to use when not. Somebody posted, Wasabi posted up one of these. So this came, and I actually got this for $10. So 3 relays and a nice bracket. I'm going to use one of these brackets for my Volvo 2-speed fan controller and some relays. So I paid $10. This was out of a 4-door, like a 1998 Chevy Blazer, the S10 Blazers, the smaller ones. It's right on the firewall on the passenger side. I actually bought 2 of them. Now, the biggie is I actually went there for an Olds 88. So there's a fuse box relay setup. I already have one, but I cut the cables way too short and whatnot. So this time, see if I can move stuff around here to show you. So this time, I actually nabbed the power cable. Actually has a battery terminal. Nice long cable, right gauge. Connects right to the top. If we pull, so I get this one-handed, if we pull this, you got your fuses here, up top. So I got some nice fuse holders up top, and more relays. So I went back, like I said, I have one of these already from an 89 Olds 88, and it's a little different, not much, like this bracket's bent a different angle and up, but what I wanted is, I wanted longer wires. The other one I cut way too short. So as you see, yeah, a lot longer wires, so better for me to work with and whatnot. So, well, there'll be more to come on this. So when I put it together, so I'll be using 1, 2. Let's see, you can do about 2 lights per relay. So I got 4 in the front. So those 2 you see on the left will be in use. Up on the roll bar, I'll probably squeeze 3 on one relay, just a 30 amp relay, and 2 on a 20 amp. So 4 relays. So if we look to the far right, there's 4. That still leaves me room for 4 more. Probably do, my electric fuel pump is not on a relay. I have an Easy Wiring 21 kit, and they do not run a relay for it, but I'll probably do that. That leaves me with 3 more. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Video earlier on my DSLR and whatnot, my garage is very dark, and the video came out horrible. So I just set up a light, as you see the reflection off of it. But anyway, let's get to it. So, a couple years ago, I went and I got a fuse box out of a car. They only charged me $20. It was awesome. So this was out of a 1989 Oldsmobile, I think Delta 88. And what's really nice with it, it's got 8 waterproof relays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You push this little tab in down the bottom, and then they slide right on out. The other cool thing with it is it's got fuses, okay? Got some pretty big fuses on this side. Tells you up top what they were for originally. ECM, AC, ignition, blah, blah, blah. Now, this side has the smaller ones. I think some 20s. So I paid next to nothing for this. Probably 20 bucks at the local junkyard. You see the top? I wrote roll, 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 bumper, bumper. 5 lights on the top of my roll bar, 4 on the front bumper. I started setting this up. You can see I did it when I originally got it. Short wires. You can see which ones I was actually using. I got the connector on it, whatnot. And I bought this a long time, I guess 2002. Up top is where the main power feed comes in. You see I have a crimp section, and I ran a wire back. So I paid like 20 bucks for it, and it works. It works really well. One thing, I'm getting ready to do, I'm redoing my truck. I have an electric fuel pump now. I'm getting ready to put Ford Windstar electric fans. Plus, even though you saw it said bumper and roll bar, the lights were broke. The ones on the bumper I did use. So I'm going to be wiring all this up. And I was at the junkyard the other day just walking around. They had an Olds 88. It was in 1993. So I decided, hey, I would love to get another one, but get longer wires. So I asked them how much, showed them this picture of this one I already have, and they said 20 bucks. So let me move this one out of the way. All right. So I went back and I got the hood was jammed shut, so I knew it was complete. It was there. So as you just saw the junkyard video, you saw where it was located. Actually, yeah, you saw a lot. Now that I'm thinking, this video I'm doing a lot later, but so now you see the wires are a lot longer. Well, now, like I said, I already did a video, so a lot of this is already apart. First thing you do is you take out that bolt up top, and that was the bolt that had the power line on it, which is awesome because the other end had a battery connector. So there's a screw down here, a screw down in the middle, and a screw down on this end. When you do, this totally comes out. Okay? Now, as you see, some of these are still connected to relays, which is really nice. I won't have to redo them, which are probably a higher amp relays. It's thick wire too, so which would be nice. So from there, let's see if I can get this on the ends. So the other video I did, just to also say, the only tools you need: Phillips screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and a wrench. The wrench is for the power line. The Phillips was 4 to 3 screws. Hold on. Actually, I thought Buddy with his lifted Ford was here. I hear something outside, but I think it's my neighbor with his car. So take the flathead, bend a little tab out. There's one. Actually, we'll do this side. These are 2 separate sections. All right, flip it over. All right, and the other one will go. Trying to hold a phone while doing this can be very challenging. Undo that tab. And it should come out. There we go. Now, the whole fuse. So now you can get to the back of the fuses. You can the ones that aren't populated with wires, you can actually populate. You can do whatever you need to splice in. Now I have 2 of these, so the cool thing is the 40, 50, 60 amp side, I don't need that. So I'll take from the other one, the 20, 30 amp section, and stick it in here and combine them, join the 2. My electric fans, however, do require high end, so I got to map it all out. So anyway, but that's how that comes out, so you can tweak it. As you see, the relays, they come right out. Like I said, you just bend that tab. This whole relay piece comes out. Actually, I think this broke on me. If you look down there, right there, is a rivet. Now I have rivets, so I'll rivet it back on. But so you could, if you wanted to, if you don't want this hard plastic piece, you can take the 3 rivets out, pull this whole thing out, and then you got an 8 waterproof relay pack that you can actually put on a firewall or any place you want. However, I don't know how you would mount this and get power to it. So as you see, there's a long spade. This whole big metal piece is your power line coming in. So I'm not sure what you would do to mount that. I like this whole plastic setup. So this video is not really this is just showing you the quick overview, me getting it out of the junkyard. My next one, I'll start rewiring and whatnot, get some better lighting, set up a nice area. So, but anyway, 1989 to 1993 at least, Delta Olds 88 has a nice relay pack with fuses. Can be found in a junkyard fairly cheap. Just remember that power line, get the whole thing. Don't just cut it. Follow these wires as long as you can to keep them as long as you can. All right, and hopefully I'll start getting the other video done because I got a lot of stuff to wire up and starting to get a little bit warmer at least. It was 57 yesterday. All right, bye. So after I just cleaned that up and put it all back together, I did start a card to show me what I'm going to do. So my truck has dual tanks from 1978 with no electric fuel pump. Well, I put a motor in that doesn't have the lobe on the cam for the mechanical fuel pump. So I have an electric fuel pump at the moment. It's basically on the frame rail and I'm tired of hearing the clattering, the clacking, it's noisy, whatnot. So what I'm doing is I actually bought a 1987 fuel tank, brand new, because they got baffles in it versus 78. And I also bought the 1987 sending unit with electric fuel pump. So I got to wire that up. You'll see that video up soon. But as you see, what I'm going to do is fuel the first two. So how did this work? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I don't know why I put 2s and 3s, but anyway, so the way it's going to work is my relays are going to be, I'd say 8. So fuel pump, I'll have a switch like this guy. Up will be, say, left, down is right. Also put it in the middle for off. I'll be able to cut the fuel off itself. So I only have one tank at the moment, and you see down the bottom I put 20 amps and then 30 amps. That's gonna, oh, that's what it is. Okay, so fuel tank, 2 lights front bumper, 2 lights front bumper, because you don't want to use too high of a amperage fuse and relay. The roll bar will get 2 and 3. The 3 obviously has 30 amps. And I have 2 spare relays. I'm going to do the electric fans on a separate setup, which you'll see later, but definitely good to map out how you want to do it. Contura 2 light switches, I love them, but so I did get a little bit further.